continues. To be honest, I thought Ken would show up eventually. We would eventually have to deal with this because he was going to render his head in some fashion. The snowball effect happened very quickly. That's really all I have to say. I'm still figuring things out. This is one of those things where I can't say too much because we're still going through a divorce. She is suing me for legal assistance. I must exercise caution. Following the altercation, Gypsy-Rose packed up her things and drove for hours to her father Rod and Christy's house in Cut Off, Louisiana, where she started a new life. She broke up with Anderson on social media shortly after, announcing her frantic desire for a new beginning. People have been inquiring about my life circumstances. I moved in with my parents' house down the bayou because my husband and I are unfortunately going through a split. She stated in a statement that POPE was able to receive from her private Facebook account at the time. My friends and family are here to support me and help me get through this. I'm getting better at following my gut. I need some time to allow me to discover who I am right now. The breakup occurred 3 months after Gypsy-Rose was freed from a Missouri jail in December 2023, having entered a guilty plea to second-degree murder in 2016 for working with her then-boyfriend, Nicholas "Nick" Godejohn, to plan her mother's murder. Where is Gypsy? Nicholas Godejohn, Rose Blanchard's former boyfriend, is back. Everything about his prison penalty DD had abused and domineered her daughter for decades. She is thought to have had Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a psychological ailment in which a carer intentionally causes illness in order to elicit compassion, gifts, and sympathy from the public. Amidst all of Gypsy-Rose's significant life changes this year, she also had a rhinoplasty and had her teeth corrected. However, she spent early April with Urker in Louisiana prior to surgery. The two laughed, held hands, and gave each other playful embraces while dining and shopping at convenience stores. They also coordinated their bracelets. In order to take pictures in front of the St. Louis Cathedral, they even drove to New Orleans. Within Gypsy, what went wrong with Rose Blanchard's troubled marriage to Ryan Anderson? Private. The pair were simply good friends, according to Urker's mother, Rena Williams, who said to POPLA on April 2 at the time, adding, "Ken is just being a supportive friend to her, and that's it." Williams told her son to take it gradually, but a few weeks later, the two moved their relationship to the next level. Gypsy-Rose and Urker were spotted kissing, holding hands, and embracing on April 27 at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. They declared they were officially back together 2 days later. Fresh images display Gypsy-Rose Blanchard holding hands and cuddling with former fiancé Ken Urker. "There's a million reasons why I like Ken," remarks Christy, who attended the couple's concert with her husband Rod as well. "We've been in contact with Ken ever since we first met him during their relationship years ago. But it became less and less as the years went by and he started dating. However, we get along because October 1 is his birthday and October 4 is mine." She states that whilst Anderson was not supportive of her stepdaughter, Urker is. He desires Gypsy to develop. He wants her to travel and have as many friends as she desires. Christy remarks, "He's fine even if it's without him. Where Ryan wanted her in those restricted confines of that flat is what has him so fired up. He forbade her from even going swimming in the pool that was there." Gypsy-Rose feels better, but she thinks it's time to put her happiness first for now. She says that Urker will be featured in upcoming episodes and expresses her excitement for fans to watch her relationship with him develop on the new docuseries. "Since I truly felt like I was in a mature relationship at that time, I would say that Ken was my first love. It was not inspired by a fantasy. It was genuinely founded on the bond that two individuals share with one another," the radiant Gypsy-Rose Blanchard explains. How her new romance sprouted with her ex-fiancé Ken Urker, "He is my first love, reserved only." Christy claims that shortly after, when Urker was fixing her silk blouse, he informed her that he had received guidance on Gypsy-Rose both during her incarceration and following her release. He claimed he was ordered to let her go if he loved her sufficiently. He believed at the time that it was best for her to go out on her own and discover who she was. Christy, though, promises that he won't make the same error twice. I would love if they got married the day after she gets her freaking divorce. Christy continues, even though the legal proceedings with Anderson were moved to a later court date.